Hello, welcome to 5.3 day 2. Today we're going to be making predictions using an equation or graph of a linear relationship. So let's calculate. First we're going to calculate the slope. Then we're going to identify the y-intercept. Then write an equation. And then we're going to make a prediction, which is the new part for today. We're going to make a prediction, and all we're going to do is we are going to plug a number in for x, and then we're going to solve for y. So here's my example. It says the graph shows the cost for taxi rides of different distances. Predict the cost of a taxi ride that covers a distance of 6.5. So they give us a prediction that is typically not a nice point on a graph. So 6.5, here's 6. 6.5 would be like, a little bit after, and that is not like a nice point on the graph. So that's why we are going to calculate it to figure out where it is and how much it is. So first step is we got to calculate slope. So remember slope, we got to find two nice points on the graph. So first we got to find what the scale is. So it looks like it's going by twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Same thing with the bottom. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now, none of these points are exactly in a crosshair like that, but it's safe to say that if it's perfectly in the middle, then it's perfectly in the middle of these two numbers, and that's going to be 7 there. So we got 2 and 7, 2, 7. And if you forgot how I did that, I'm going to show you how to get the next one. Start at 0, 0. Go right first to 4. That's our first number, 4, and then go all the way up to what's halfway between 10 and 12 is 11. 4, 11. Okay. 2, 7. All right, so now we have 2 points. So now we can do y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1. Remember, we're filling out our equation, y equals something, x plus or minus something, plus or minus. Okay, so this is x, this is y, this is x, this is y. These come first, these come second. Okay, so now we're going to plug them into our handy-dandy slope formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 11 minus y1 is 7. x2 is 4 minus x1 is 2. 11 minus 7 is 4. And 4 minus 2 is 2. I can divide both of these by 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. So I have 2 over 1, which is just 2. And that is my slope, so that goes right next to x. Now, here's something new today. You may or may not have noticed there's not a good point here for our y-intercept. So in order to figure that out, we actually can solve it. We don't always need a perfect spot for our y-intercept. Sometimes it's going to be in random spots, but we can actually calculate that mathematically. So I'm going to take the start of our equation, and I'm going to pick a point. So let's pick one of the points we already have. We have 2, 7. So x is 2. So, and y is 7. So instead of y here, I'm going to put 7 equals, I'm going to leave that 2 times, my x is, from over here, my x is 2. So 2 times 2 plus b, because this is what we need to figure out. This is our y-intercept. So now we're just going to solve and get b all by itself. So 2 times 2 is 4. Now I have 7 equals 4 plus b. Now, to move a number to get b all by itself, I got to do the opposite of positive 4. The opposite of positive 4 is negative 4. But whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So now I got 7 minus 4. I get 3 equals b. And that is my y-intercept. So that is going to go at the end of my equation, and I'm going to change this to a plus 3. There you go, final answer. And then, don't forget, we got to predict. So now, we got to do solving one more time. And I got to put in the 6.5 miles. So that's what we're going to put in for x. So we got y equals 2 times 6.5 plus 3. And 2 times 6.5, well, 2 times 5 is 10, so 1, 0, point. 2 times 6 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So we got 13 plus 3 equals y. And 13 plus 3 is 16, so y equals 16. There you go. That's how much it would cost for 6.5 miles. And we did miles for x because it is the x over here. So cost is y, and that's how much it costs. Okay, let's try one more. It says Paulina's income for a job that pays her a fixed amount per hour is shown in the graph. Use the graph to find the predictive value. Okay, so it looks like it's going by tens over here. And over here it's going by ones. Okay. I see here's a nice dot and here's a nice dot. If you can get nice dots. So let's get the ordered pair for those. And we're going to find slope. So that is 4, 60. And this one is 6, 90. Okay. Again, x, y, x, y. These come first. These come second. So y2 is 90 minus y1 is 60 over x2 is 6 minus x1 is 4. 90 minus 60 is 30. 6 minus 4 is 2. I can divide both these by 2. And I get 15 over 1. So in my equation, y equals m. Instead of m, it is 15. So I have 15x, and then I got to figure out my y. This one's an easy one. What is my y-intercept? Where does that line hit? Hits at 0. So there actually is no y-intercept, and that is our final equation. So lastly, we got to do is we got to do our prediction. It says, what is the income for working 2 hours? Hours is on the time, is on the x. So I'm going to put 2 in for x. So y equals 15 times 2. Y equals 30. So she will make $30 if she works 2 hours. Final answer. Let me know if you have any questions.